What's up everyone, and welcome back to the ASUS Garage. Today we've got a sleek series of all white components that are going to make up this build. And because this is such an aesthetic masterpiece, who better to show off this build than our resident aesthetic consultant, Tori?
Aesthetic expert has arrived.
No.
Why not?
I don't need you building a PC in these sleeves.
What? These don't even get in the way!
You're gonna flick a screw halfway across the room.
I think thermal paste will come right out of these.
Change.
Why don't you change? Yeah, you're right, I should go change.
Yeah. And I'm here with our resident aesthetic consultant, Tori!
In my original outfit. But if I couldn't be extravagant today, I'm glad that our build will be. When you're splurging on a build that has all the bells and whistles, why wouldn't you pick out a build that has everything you want to admire in your setup for years to come? ASUS has released an incredible line of products to put together an aesthetic masterpiece. And today, Ethan and I are gonna put it together.
Here's what you'll need if you want to put this build together at home. We've got an Intel Core i7-13700KF CPU,
A Prime Z790M Plus motherboard,
the dual GeForce RTX 4070 White OC Edition graphics card,
the Prime AP201 White Micro ATX case,
an ROG Loki SFXL 850 watt 80 plus platinum power supply,
a white ROG Ryuo 3 360 ARGB all-in-one cooler,
1 terabyte of SSD storage,
Corsair Vengeance RGB 32 gigs of RAM,
and a screwdriver.
Oh, I wouldn't put that inside the build. It's gonna rock around and damage all your parts.
I said that was to put the computer together. You don't put the screwdriver in the computer.
Well, in that case, I guess you'll also need oxygen to breathe, a sense of self-worth,
I'm
probably
ignoring you.
regular
Anyway,
moisture.
let's get to building. So I just want to see what we're working with here, and just from looking at it, doesn't look like there's any screws or anything you have to take out. I think we can just straight up just pop it off.
I love that.
That is super convenient and easy. It all pops off because the tempered glass is attached to that metal frame, so we can just pop it in. So we have two USB 3.0s, and then, or at least two USB Type A 3.0s, and then it looks like also a USB 3.0 Type C. This will fit beautifully right here.
Oh, yeah.
That's
Do we read the user guide?
Do you want to read the user guide? No. This is gonna look real pretty. Woohoo! Make sure that's lined up properly or appropriately. There's my click.
Wow, these are beautiful. Oh, now I want these too. Our Prime Z790 motherboard here has an Intel LGA 1700 socket, which means that it's ready for either a 12th or 13th gen Intel processor. We're going big though, 13th gen all the way.
Future-proof! Make sure it's in there all the way, perfect. And then he's gonna stick up a little
Diving
bit.
board trick.
Boink, boink, boink. So now we have the SSD in, we have our RAM in, we have our CPU in. So we have our fat, big old boy power supply, this 850 watts of platinum capabilities.
I love this one. Give it to me.
It's like, it's so small, yet so powerful, and it looks awesome.
Because it has the sort of metal grid on top of it, and then you have your sort of transparent fan inside of here, which I love because I miss when tech was transparent so you could see the inner workings, and I like that you can see all the inner workings of the PSU in here. It's just, oh, it's so nice.
Yeah, so now we have all of the cables. So this is the power cable for the power supply, we're not gonna need that. Those are what we're gonna be plugging in.
Ooh, I like this packaging.
Motherboard.
Also, good to note that all of the cables are white too, so it'll match your build.
Awesome.
I'm so excited for how cohesive this build is gonna be. Look at that! Oh.
That looks so dope.
Wow.
Okay.
So we have a few of our pieces out here.
Yes.
We have our motherboard, the CPU, M.2, and RAM already. We have our AIO here and the PSU.
There we go. So those should be the main cables that we need for things that are on the motherboard. Everything else is going to be the cables from the case plugging on into the motherboard.
Oh, so now you can really see that mirror.
Talk about the
Wow.
shiny shine. So now we got to tilt this guy up.
We have our bracket installed to our little PSU cubby, and then now we
And
connect our
install the
PSU
next.
to the bracket. So now that we have our radiator built already with the fans on it, we tested out a few spots where we could put it, but bottom part is the best
Bottom
spot.
seems like makes the most. as much as I would love to, because with this little cable sticks out just a smidge too far. It fits much more comfortably there at the bottom, which works plenty, and we'll still get nice cooling throughout the case. So that is a solid option there.
By the way, the AIO cooler that we're using here from ROG is an 8th gen Azatec pump, which features 3-phase motor delivering high performance cooling. We don't mess around when it comes to cool.
You want to pass some screws?
No, I'm talking about cooling. Okay.
Because we're installing it on the bottom, we gotta flip the case, hold the radiator, and then I'm gonna flip, and then I'm gonna swap hands, and then I get mine. There you go.
Yeah, that's perfect.
The anime matrix personalization, so you could customize the LED on this little bar they put on the CPU.
It's not just a mirror?
No, it is not just a mirror. No, it is an LED screen where you can actually make and put your own custom LED on there, or even use one of the preset ROG LEDs.
Oh, heck yeah, that's cool.
It looks super sick.
So the fans on the AIO cooler here have a balance of static pressure, high airflow, and low noise, which will ensure optimal cooling performance for all types of workloads, which is important because I don't want my PC to be loud and distracting. I want it cooling and quiet, and it's ARGB. It'll be pretty.
ARGB, so is addressable RGB, so you can actually customize it through the standard RGB settings you use for your motherboard or whatever other RGB software you choose to use for your PC.
What does it stand for again?
Addressable.
Awesome red, green, blue colors.
Yes, exactly that. I will not question further. All right, I think we're
That's
good
it, right?
on the AIO, so we should be able to safely flick this guy back over.
This is, to me, yeah, when it starts feeling like a PC. Now it's a PC.
That the motherboard's in?
Yeah.
What if we had the motherboard in, but nothing else done? But it still felt more like a PC to you?
Yeah, it's a PC.
So thermal paste, you know how much thermal paste to put on?
You do an X.
Generally, I would say the safe bet is about a pea-sized dollop in the middle of this.
Sorry, it's after lunch and Okay,
the
so
pea-sized vegetable dot in the middle of it.
Because then it's just gonna end up spreading once you tighten it on, right?
Yes, exactly.
Okay,
So you're applying that pressure.
Just tell me when.
You know how big a pea is?
That.
There, beautiful.
Right? So now we'll line this up and finger screw in some of these things.
Yep.
This one up here, which can I get, I think, just like an extra hand to just push it. There we go. I needed that extra strength.
Now, for the fun part. Cable management.
I was like, the GPU? So, all you've missed is we did our cable management. We did a few different little configurations with the radiator, but we've settled with it here on the top, did all our cable management, and now it's time for the GPU. We're adding in the ASUS Dual GeForce RTX 4070 White OC GPU. It's gonna look nice! Look at it! I like too, since our motherboard is mostly black and this GPU has this little bit of the black sort of stripe on it too, everything matches! It's gorgeous. So as we're plugging this in, it's capable for PCIe 5.0 connectivity, which is nice for future proofing. What makes this extra unique too is the DLSS super resolution, which will combine the power of NVIDIA Tensor cores with state-of-the-art AI image processing techniques to improve the quality of streamed 1080p video, especially when you're using those higher end monitors. We're using an AIO cooler on our CPU, and we want longevity for all of these components, including our GPU, so it's nice that we have the axial tech fan design, which will feature a smaller hub that facilitates longer blades and a barrier ring that increases that downward air pressure. So our CPU is gonna stay cool, our GPU is gonna stay cool, everything's gonna stay cool in this cool build. But this GPU is really blowing my mind because this is fitting right now in a micro ATX case, and it's made possible because of this compact design on the GPU with that 2.56 slot design for people who want to build on a small form factor PC like this.
Oh, that click was so satisfying.
Ooh!
Click. Done. It's in. It's there. It's there it is.
I'm excited too for once we turn it on, because that'll really test and we can see the quiet GPU technology here, especially the way that the fans are designed. You're gonna be getting 0 decibel technology that lets you enjoy light gaming in relative silence. What gives me extra peace of mind is the dual ball fan bearings, which can last up to twice as long as the sleeve bearing designs, which is nice because if I'm gonna be spending a lot of money, I want it to last as long as possible. If you're someone that's also into overclocking, this GPU has GPU Tweak 3, which will allow you to overclock your GPU easier than ever before.
Okay, and I'm gonna slap this guy back on, shebang.
Okay.
And I think we can start just slotting pieces
Yay!
back onto the motherboard.
And again, no screws on this case. We're literally just snapping all these back into place.
Which I love because it's just so easy and convenient. You just line everything up and just done.
Especially after all the screwdriving we already had to do.
Oh, yeah.
This is a breeze.
Look at that.
You'll never know
Seamless.
that things needed to be connected back there. Oh. Feels like a competition and you're winning and I don't like it. Show off.
Well, you're going the longer route.
I did it!
Yeah, you gotta go peel, and then you can go all the way across in one go.
Yeah, but it seems to have worked.
Oh.
Boom! Do we get to press it?
Wanna press the button?
Okay, let's see. First try, first try.
Full send.
Yeah. Look at it! Wow.
Yeah, that cooler looks awesome. That cooler's dope.
Ethan, all our hard work.
Let's go! Ah!
Doing a white build like this too feels very space station. Like
Yes!
It feels like a space station that we've just built. This kind of PC here is gonna fit a perfectly type of modern office space. This is what you want on display too. So whichever desk you
100%.
get, this PC is gonna be the star of the show with it right on top of your desk there.
Absolutely.
And then matching with all of your white peripherals too.
Oh, yeah.
Adding those little pops of color to your desk space too. It's gonna look stunning.
Being able to have that much space within a micro ATX computer case is kind of astounding.
I didn't think we were still gonna have this room.
Yeah, like we have so much more space.
I was very surprised that we were gonna be able to fit a 4070 GPU in here, because normally when you're building a smaller PC like this, you have to make sacrifices with your GPU.
True.
But instead, you get a 4070 GPU that you can overclock with ease, especially with that GPU Tweak 3.
And it even has the performance and quality mode switch on it, so you just flip the switch and bang, you are powering through whatever games you're choosing to
And
play.
all you have to do to get to that switch is just take off this tempered glass.
With
No screws!
No tools necessary. Some nice little pop, and then, oh, look at that. Bang, flip the switch, now we're in performance mode, and then you slap this guy back on, and you're good to game. You can pick up any and all of these components from ASUS by clicking the links in the description below.
And while you're there, why not subscribe for some more great hits from our garage?